Hello, welcome back to Beauty Bee and to my intro for my Project Pan 2021. I realize that early December is not really the time for Project Pan introductions, but I decided that I would give myself a little bit of extra time, so 12 months and 25 days as I'm filming this on the 6th, because I don't know how long any of these things will take me. I mean, I have panned eyeshadows before. I've panned, I think, at least one of everything in this project before, but I don't know combined how long things are going to take me. My goal with this project is to finish up some older products in my collection while not neglecting the newer items. There are a lot of items in this project, however, because I'm focusing on quite a few older items, there are a lot of gimmies. I mean, here's probably the biggest gimme. This is my ColourPop A Go-Go Just a Tint Balm. Yeah, I think I should manage to finish that over the course of a year. That seems very doable to me. I've broken these products into 5 categories: eyes, lips, face, nails, and miscellaneous. And in each category, I've chosen a few old products, and the goal on all of those items will be to finish them completely. I have also chosen one new product in each of those categories. The goals on the newer products will be to hit pan or make progress, not to finish them. Since we've already talked about one of the lip products, I think I'll just start with that category. Now, the first one we've already looked at is this ColourPop Just a Tint in A Go-Go. This is the one that had, I don't know, maybe half an inch or so left of product. I will be making a sheet to mark the heights of some of the products after the video. I'll also mark with nail polish on some of the other products and take photos, all of that good stuff. This one is going to be harder to track. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Can. Let me give you a swatch. It's a nude pink. It is very pretty, it's super wearable, and I've had it for probably really close to 2 years at this point, so I think it needs to get used up and move on out. I don't think there's a ton of product left in here. When I fill my entire lip, I find that I need to dip in 3 or 4 times to really complete the lip look, and I definitely did not have to do that when I first bought it. Number 3, I feel like should be another gimme. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Lip Gloss, and it is in the shade Great Correlation. And I think you can see there's a significant amount of windowing down here. There's some windowing up in here as well, though it's not as obvious. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. I want to use this up, I want to move it out, and I think that should be very doable. I don't have all of my makeup with me right now, so I can't go through everything in detail, but I'm also going to be working on my Maybelline Pink For Me lipstick. I'll put up a picture if I can find one of mine or just from Maybelline's site. I have probably 2/3 to 3/4 of this lipstick left, and if there is one lipstick that I think will be a real challenge in this project, it's this one. For my new product in the lipstick category, I went with this Revlon lipstick in Secret Club. It is a lighter pink, and I think you can see it is pretty much untouched. I've used this probably 10 times so far. I'll give you a swatch of this as well so you can compare. It's definitely lighter, brighter, and more pink than the NYX Can. I just bought this lipstick in September, so I don't really want to finish it yet, but I do want to use about half of it over the course of this year. Now let's move on to cheeks. The first product I would like to use up is this Tarte Harmony blush. As you can see, I already have a significant amount of pan on this, and though this is a deluxe sample and it has significant pan in it, I don't know if I can finish it this year. These blushes are so tightly packed, you pick up so little on your blush brush each time you use it, and I have finished one of these in the past, and it took me 2.5 years. So we'll see. We shall see. But I have high hopes. Next is another mini product. This is the KVD Locket Setting Powder in Translucent. This was a birthday gift from Sephora 3 years ago, and I've used up a little less than half of it, I would say. I am not a huge powder person. I don't wear foundation 90% of the time, so I don't wear a lot of powder either. But I would like to use this up and get it out of my collection. I don't love this, but it does the job, and yeah, it's just time for it to go. I think I have at least 1 or 2 things in all of these categories that I don't actually have physically with me right now, but the final older product in my face category is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I have not used very much of this up. I've used maybe 15%-ish, but my goal is to finish this off this year because I've had this far more than a year. I'm guessing at least 15-16 months. So at the end of next December, that'll be close to 2.5 years old, and it is definitely time to be gotten rid of at that point. For the new item in this face category, I chose my Mega Glow highlighting palette from Wet n Wild. I just want to hit pan in one of these shades. I assume the first one I hit pan in will be this. However, if I hit pan in one of the other ones instead, I'll also count that as hitting goal. Now let's move to the category where I'm actually missing the most products, which is eyeshadow. Here I have 3 of the pans that I will be trying to finish off. I bet you can guess which 3 they are. I want to use up this transition shade, this cream, and this gold. With eyeshadows, I think I've hit pan already in all of the shades that I want to use up and move out. I have a tendency to hit pan and then shift my focus and almost never go back into those shades. So I think it is time to start actually clearing things out of my collection rather than building my collection of tiny little pans. As far as the other shades that I don't have with me, I want to finish a champagne shimmer from the Wet n Wild Silent Treatment palette, 2 shades from the Maybelline Chill Brunch Neutrals palette, the rosy shade and the shimmery gold. From the Maybelline Mad About Town, I want to finish the light brown shade that I have a significant amount of pan in. And from my NYX Avant Pop palette, I want to finish off the cream shade. The eyeshadow shades in my older category tend very neutral. We've got some browns, golds, creams. These are things that I should be able to incorporate into almost any look and then add some more interesting shades in there as well. I also, for my newer item, want to work on my NYX Ultimate Utopia palettes. And in this palette, I want to hit pan on all of these 4 shades. I feel like that will give me a nice amount of variety. I think I've mentioned several times on this channel that I'm trying to work through my mini nail polishes. I've put 3 of them into this project. 2 of them I have here. I've got this Ulta Beauty polish in this lilac shade. I don't have names for any of these, I'm sorry. But this one has actually been used quite a few times. I think the line is somewhere around here. I had it stored on its side, so we'll let it settle and then I will mark it after this video. Same story with this one from Wet n Wild. I think it's right around here, so I've used up probably 1/3 of it. It's a really pretty color. I think it'll be great, especially for this holiday season. And I think that overall, these nail polishes should not be too big of a challenge to go through. Any nail polish I do not have with me, but it is another Ulta Beauty polish, and it is in a light pink shade. For the single new item in the nail category, I want to focus on this Wet n Wild Fast Dry. This is in the shade Mile High Club. It's what I have on my nails today. It's this really pretty blue, and especially in the springtime, I can see myself using this just all the time. And the winter, and the fall, and summer. It's a really pretty color. I love this, and I think it is stunning. Now for the miscellaneous category. The first older product definitely deserves that. This is definitely the oldest item in this project, and it may very well be the oldest item in my entire collection. It's a Bath & Body Fragrant Waters in Japanese Cherry Blossom. I found this recently in an old purse, and it still smells nice. It's definitely not as potent as it once was, and it does not linger as well as it once did, but I like the scent. I think it's very pretty, and I would like the satisfaction of using this thing up. And so you can see where it's at. I have actually used a pretty significant amount of this. I would say it's about a quarter gone. Here's another item that I probably won't be able to measure progress on, but I feel like it is probably another gimme. This is the La Roche-Posay Lipicar Balm. It's their Intense Repair Moisturizing Cream. And this is quite a thick balm. I think that this is also something that will probably leave this project pretty early, because this is a very thick balm. It's very rich, and I don't need that during spring, summer, fall. I don't particularly need that during the winter, though I think it will be nice for, you know, elbows and hands. This will be able to be moved out pretty quickly. This Olay serum stick is the last of the older miscellaneous products. I have had this for ages, and I feel like I use it a lot, but the progress on this is very, very slow. This is it rolled all the way up. It rolled all the way down tends to land right about here. So I have about a third of it left. I do like the way this feels, and I think that it looks really pretty and glowy, so I sometimes use it almost more as makeup than skincare. I don't think this really does a whole lot for my skin, but I do like using it, and I want to use it up. I have definitely had this for at least a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years, and it is time for it to be gone from my collection. It is the Pacifica Island Vanilla Spray. It's really lovely. I think the scent is gorgeous. It is vanilla, but I think there's just a hint of coconut in there. So very much up my alley. Love it a lot. I have a 2-ounce bottle, and I want to use half of it. So there are the products that are going into this project. I think you can tell there's quite a bit, but there is not very much left in many of these items. I think that I will be doing updates probably every month, though it may move to more like every 6 weeks, depending on how good of progress I feel like I am making over the course of the month. I intend on doing this project in tandem with the other 2 project pans that I have going. I'm really excited for this project pan. I'm really hoping that I can move some of these older products out and really get some of my numbers down a little bit, as well as make space for some new things that I'm sure I will want to add this year. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this project, and I hope you will subscribe if you want to see future updates. Thanks again, and I really hope I'll see you next time.